Morning all, look at this. They found me. They've actually found me. Yeah, what you're about to see now is a prolonged siege of the cannibal bastards. And it's quite interesting because they do act in very different ways. There's kind of three types. There's the woman on the right. You've got the kind of trooper on the left there. And then what you've just seen, just gone out of shot there with the multiple arms, is the leader. And I think if you focus on the leader and try and kill him, the rest will leave you alone, and they seem to kind of go away for a bit. So you'll see that happen as we go. Now, what happens is they're just kind of constantly, I don't know, taunting me and I guess testing the defenses really. So what I thought best to do is I'm going to eat something and then I'm going to basically see if I can bait them into the fire, because that seems to be a very good thing to do. To be honest, I've got to admit the platforms have helped quite a bit, so definitely recommend building this. And you can see the base has come on a huge amount, which is wonderful, because to be honest, without these defenses I wouldn't be lasting very long at all. And I think, you know, this is the irony, that you either run and hide continually or you actually stand and fight. And I think for me, they seem to just sat there. I mean, they didn't do anything, and even if I went out and like got a log or two, they didn't really attack me. They kind of kept away from me, which is a bit strange. But that's about to change, because they seem to be getting more and more aggressive, because one of them's just died. He set himself on fire and they're basically sitting over his body. Do you see that? Now that's a leader. I've actually killed the leader again because he came too close to the fire and it set him on fire. I do hope they keep that in, because it seems to be one of the only ways to actually manage the mutants, whatever you call them, the tribes people, because it just seems that without that, it's very difficult to kind of manage them. But what you're about to see is those two there, and just to spoil it for you, are about to go crazy, and they're about to attack me, which is pretty funny. But anyway, so the game is just quite extraordinary, it really is. So we go, look at that, we kind of tempt them. Come on then, smack. Oh, it was my fault, there we go, I forgot it was actually me that did that. So I tempt them, taunt them in, and then set her on fire. So now that's it, your woman's down, and there's only you to deal with. And this is literally night one. Oh my god, so we actually jumped over the fire. Did you see that? So you know, that terrified me, quite honestly. But let me show you a bit of the melee now. Now what you're going to do is you've got to strafe. You've got to just keep dancing around, so keep sidestepping. And then once you get a little bit of a run of hits on them, they're in trouble. And once they go down, they're not dead. They're not dead once they go down. You have to keep hitting them until they stop breathing. Okay, just a word of warning on that. And there we go, he is now dead. So let's chop up his body, because that's what the only thing we can do, and let's start to build some effigies, yay! Now effigies are funny really, because they just use parts of the dead bodies of these cannibals as warnings to the others to F off, sling your hook, and go ride a bike, mate, because that seems to be the only way to keep them the hell away. So there we go. I mean, these defensive walls, I honestly rate them as highly as ever could be rated, because they just can't get over them, they can't get through them. It's just perfect. And if you were, if you were of a kind of mindset that you wanted complete safety, at least for a good few nights until the spider mutant comes, you could actually just encompass yourself entirely with these defensive walls, because they can't scale them at all. Eventually the spider mutant will come and knock them down, so just bear that in mind. But again, you have the ability to run like crap if that happens. But anyway, you'll see. So there we go, look, lots of dead bodies, like it. Lots of bodies to chop up and make into glorious effigies. Oh, it's a bit macabre, I do admit, but at the end of the day, this is all about survival now. And, you know, what am I supposed to do, bro? And you can see we're going to build some pretty interesting effigies actually, because we're going to use them. Well, you'll see. Basically, the effigies work by the bigger they are, the more they scare off the tribe's people. So you see, this is the biggest one, and you can see it's quite a lot there. But the medium ones are pretty effective as well. And all you do is you just basically load their body parts onto the effigy, and you're away. And you'll see this as we do some other ones as well. And then what you have to do, they don't work until you set them on fire, so bear that in mind. You have to set them actually on fire. And once they do that, they seem to really terrify the enemies. I mean significantly scare the hell out of them. Look at this, I'm carrying somebody's leg. It's just broken, it's not right, I shouldn't be doing that. Covered in blood, so we've got to wash ourselves off, there we go. I noticed there's a little bit of the wall that I've not finished there. Oh well, we need to do that. But I've got to admit, I am pretty impressed already with the mechanics of the game. Now that guy, for some reason, I don't seem to be able to chop. I guess he's scenery, but there we go. So, we survived night number 1 pretty effectively. Well, not night number 1. You know, that was our first proper big attack by quite a few of them. And we did scare off quite a few of them as well, so that's obviously good news. And here comes some more, so let's get back into our base. Now again, this fire trick that I'm doing here is bloody good. Yeah, that's right, lighty boy. Come at me, bro. Oh, your woman's with you. Alright, your woman's with you, eh? And your mate as well. Come on then. It's like Friday night down in Newcastle. And there we go, you're dead. So that's the leader pretty much done already. And we're just trying to bait her, so she's dead as well. You see how it's working? Bloody simple. And just having that channel with only one way into the base, covered with fire that you jump over. And there you go, look at them. Yeah, run, buddies. Yeah, run. That's right, run. Oh, this game. It got literally about 3 hours past doing this as I was just sat here doing this. 3 hours just flew by. Because, oh god, there's some more. See, they keep coming now. They keep coming. But again, just keep killing the leaders. It feels that, like, you know, don't worry too much about anything but the leaders. Because the leaders are the ones that you need to worry about. The women, as life has it, the women are the most aggressive ones. And if the men are with women, then you've got a problem. Look at that. He's looking at the effigy. You see that? You see that? He's looking at the effigy. He's a bit scared by it. Yeah, you be scared by it. But look, more and more of them are coming now as well. So, you know, it's debatable how much longer this fort is going to hold. But eventually they will kind of disappear. But again, my kind of final option to me here is I could just barricade myself in entirely. And then there would be no way for them to get in. And all I then do is, because you can actually jump over the defensive walls as well. There is a bug that allows you to double jump. So that's worth doing maybe as well. So look at this, we're going to build a little arm. Give the man a hand. And this one obviously is just all arms. It's lovely, isn't it? I can't wait for them to release more effigies, I really can't. I quite like them. There's something quite brutal about them all that I think is just lovely. There we go, so we're just going to load that with arms. Look at that, done and dusted. Nice. So, I mean, to be honest, the game is actually a very simple game in total. I think really the thing that you kind of have fun with, if you like, is the traps. And we'll show you traps next episode. We'll show you a whole thing on traps. Because we did quite a lot of traps, but traps are a bit twitchy at the moment, so they're not great. But you'll see what we do, basically. You know, traps do become quite a useful addition to the game. More so than what we've done here, because you can only defend so long against so many of them, but whereas when we've got traps, it'll kill even more of them. Now, there is some going on though. Every time I get covered in blood, I think it's because one of them dies. But look at that, let me set my arm effigy on fire. Look at that, it's terrified him. Terrified. That's right, bugger off. Oh, I love it so much. Now, my only issue is I wish there was a better weapon. There seems to be very few weapons in the game of note, and there is a bug with the axe at the moment, so let's just chop him up. Gruesome, graphic, love it. God, there's another one. Oh god, let's just get in behind our wall of fire. They do seem to get really brave, and it's only certain ones. You could almost kind of sort of write a paper on each with the behaviour of some of them. So like the big multi-armed dude is a leader, and he is pretty much going to keep coming at you. So if you kill him, his tribe run the hell away. But look, this guy, ooh, he's charging. I was about to say he's actually quite passive, but in reality he's actually not. Again, it does come down, some of them are so aggressive, some of them are so passive, they just keep the hell away from you, they really do. And that's probably a good thing as well. But oh wow, this game is so intricately programmed. I'm so impressed with it. And there we go. So we survived. Well, only one of them left, and he's not even going to come anywhere near me now. He's pretty much backing away every time we kind of come near him. And to be honest, this is looking pretty good. Oh no, there we go. Where are you going, son? Where are you going, fella? I'll set you on fire. So there we go. So pretty much they leave me alone for quite a while after this. That was their first kind of riposte, and we go out and build a crap load of traps. So join us next time as we build traps. Isn't that going to be fun?